Hello, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you guys doing today? Trying to find a place to put my water bottle. I hope that you guys are doing well. You guys know the drill. If you don't see that little red light up there, that means you're on replay. Make sure you type exclamation point replay and let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what the weather's like today. Come on in and say hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys here today. Hi, Shay. How are you, girl? Hi, Jan. Hi, Peg. Hi, Tamara and Martha. Welcome, ladies. I'm so excited to see you guys. My hair is in the way. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Oh, good, Shay. I'm glad to hear that. How's the weather where you're at? It's warm here. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Kathy. How are you, friend? Chippy Farmhouse. Hello, Monica at Texas Breeze Creations. How are you? And Dorothy, Tracy at Crafton Mom's Corner Market. Hello, Adriana, Lexi Lee Creations. Miss Teresa, welcome, friend. All right, you guys, I am so excited to be here. Hi, Stephanie. I had to put my notes because I am the worst at remembering our event names. So I wrote a note for myself today, you guys. Hello, Caroline. I'm doing okay, Kathy. I'm fighting a cold again, but I'm trying to hang in there. Hi, Denise. Welcome, friend. I just want to say thank you to my sweet friends, Stephanie and Sarah and the girls over at the Chuffed Berry Circle for inviting me and asking for me to come back to their event. I'm so excited to be here. Don't Go Breakin My Heart event where we're just supposed to use some sort of a heart in our project. Hello, Marie and Denny and Ellison. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody, but we're at a time limit. I'm a chatty catty and I got to make sure that we get our project done today. Casey and Deborah. First time watching. Well, welcome, Deborah. I hope that you have a good time. I hope that you enjoy. Ramona is also new. You guys, I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you're considering following me and hanging out for more fun things. Barb from Chicken Pickins, good to see you too, and Meriden. Okay, you guys, first things first. I have a book that I got from the Dollar Tree. I took the paper cover off and I've painted it white. I've also drilled some holes around the side. I have something fun planned for us today with this. Now I've put a piece of tape, some tape here, some painter's tape, because I'm going to paint a little stripe down it and kind of just dress this up just a little bit and get going with what we're going to make. Hello, Carol. Hi, Cynthia. How are you, girl? I hope that you're doing well. I know the last time I spoke, you were having some health things, and I hope that you're doing better. Stephanie Wisby, Stephanie at Honey Bear Creates. Hello, 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 ladies. Okay, I want to use this one. All right, let me dry my brush a little bit. Okay. All right, girls. Danny, this is going to be up your alley, friend. Got me some pink. Got me some Waverly ballet slipper paint going on, you guys. I just painted this. It took about 3 coats and a little bit extra in on the the edging where, oh, I don't have any small ones. See if I can find one in my trash can. Here we go. It took me about 3 good coats of paint, you guys, of white to cover the dark parts of this book. And the binding took like an extra coat. But I used Folk Art Vintage White. This is what we use to paint our book, okay? All right. Jolynn, hello friend. I hope I said your name right, girl. I'm just going to use a little chippy brush, and we're just going to go right down here and make a little stripe on here. Now, I was really kind of hesitant to use pink because I kind of felt like this is something, what I'm going to make is something that we can use all year round and change things out. So if you love this, you choose the color that you like and that you want. For pink was calling me today, so that's why I went with pink. And if I choose to keep it for another part of the year, then I may just kind of quickly take it apart and repaint this little stripe on here. Okay. Welcome, friends. Hello, Brenda. You guys, if you're new, thank you for being here. Let us know that you're new so we can give you a nice, good, warm welcome. My name is Monique. I'm with Grace and Tattered Lace, and I'm coming to you live from Georgia, South Georgia. I'm about 30 minutes from Savannah. My husband and I are California transplants and are coming up on 1 year of being here. I know, Tracy. Isn't it pretty? Thank you, Joy. It is such a comforting color. I agree. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Pull this one off. And we just have like a simple little stripe there, you guys. But, you know, you guys have seen where we've used our ink and our wax and everything to kind of grunge the edges up a little bit. But who has done it with a little bit of pink? Me. I'm just going to do a little bit around the edges with some pink. We may go back and put a little bit of ink on there or some wax just to kind of, you know, blend it in together. But I don't know why this was just calling to me to do this. Now, the one thing that I haven't quite figured out is what I want to do on the bind. So if you guys have any ideas, we can stamp something on there. You guys can throw some ideas out if you have any ideas as we get going, and you can see what we have going on. But I don't know if you guys can see, I did just a light dusting of pink there. Let's just give it a quick little dry. I got something on the floor here that is getting in my way. I know, Peg. We just moved here and it's almost been a year. Actually, it'll be a year in July, but we're getting close. It's not too far along. Well, hello, Debbie. Welcome, friends. Working on orders. Good girl. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie just got here. Stephanie's having a hard time with commenting back to people when you guys comment. When you guys make a comment to her, say hello. Our good old friends at FB have put her in a little bit of timeout, and she can't respond to you. So she's not being snobbish and not ignore you guys. She just can't make any comments for some reason today, or replies anyhow. I don't know why that they've done that to her, but it is very, very frustrating when our friends up there do that. Hello, Kimberly. Okay, so this is where we're at now. Now I'm going to use a little bit of some vintage photo ink. Okay, this is Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. It's by Ranger. Hi, Sherry, welcome. And I have this little tool. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's in the makeup section. It's a little blending brush, and we're just going to kind of gunk those edges up just a little bit to kind of make this look, you know, a little bit old, like that. And I'm just throwing stuff around. First time watching from Huntington Beach, California, Marie Richards. Orange County, my old stomping grounds. I grew up in Orange County. I went to school in Anaheim. My husband and I got married and we moved out to the Inland Empire. And now we are in Georgia. Right, Julie? Absolutely, girl. They definitely need a timeout. You've been there several times, Patty. Hi, Ruth. How are you, sweet friend? Yeah, Stephanie's been bad again. She probably was, you know, singing in her reply comments and, you know, knowing her. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I think just to kind of blend those edges in, I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ink on the sides of this, but I don't want that color. First time from Orlando, welcome Beverly. Yes, Sheila, he is liking Georgia. Things are popping out of the drawer. Carol, how are you today? I know, I'm doing good, friend, and it's been a long time since I've been live. Work is really taking its toll on me. I'm not gonna lie. Changing states and learning the state laws and the district rules and regulations has been just a little challenging for me, I won't lie. And, you know, I get home and I'm just mentally done. Okay. Kevin is here. He's out there watching TV. He's probably watching some Western show. Now, if you guys don't like the grungy look or the dirty look or the old and, you know, worn vintage look, you don't have to do this part. And if pink is not your thing, then do a different color. You do what you like. I don't know why I'm telling you why this pink was calling me today. Because my project isn't necessarily Valentine's. And you'll hear why in a moment. Let's see. Okay, I'm already 15 minutes in. Jeez Louise. Okay. Good golly. All right, let's get going. There's our book so far, you guys. All right. So now I have this rebarb wire. I got this from Home Depot. It was outside in like the garden section, I believe. It's by the rebarb stakes and things like that. I don't know the gauge. It only comes one way. It is quite thick and it comes in a giant roll, okay? I have cut 6 pieces. So on my book, you can see I have all of these holes. Now I made sure to come inside just a little so that when I drilled the holes, it went through the pages and not just through here. So you can see it went through the pages as well. So you want to make sure you go inside. I have 4 along the long edges and then 1 in the middle on the sides. Okay, if you guys can see that pretty well. And then I don't know what size. Let's see if we can figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're anywhere between 11 and 12 inches folded in half. So that means they're about 22 to 24 inches long. Okay. Now I've kind of mixed them up, which I didn't plan on doing. There we go. Okay, so we are going to make like a little cloche on our book. Now, I've made the ones that are not on my corners and not on the middle here, my shorter ones. I made 3, I think that are the 11 inches and 3 that are 12, or 3 that are 22 and 3 that are 24. And you're going to make sure you put your small ones in first. And then your longer ones. And I might need to switch this one because It's a tiny bit shorter. So you want to make sure your smallest one's going first and then your taller one's over the top. Now I did play with them pretty good with my hands just to try to get them to be the shape and get a lot of the kinks out the best that I could. Please tell me I have the shorter one here. There we go. Then we'll just use some glue. I might not put the glue on right now because we want to make sure we have enough time. I do have 30 minutes, so I probably am going to make it. No, I am going to use the glue now because I want to make sure that these stay. Okay. So there's kind of our little hot mess going on right there so far. Hi, Trish. How are you, friend? It's been a long time, girl. So there we go. That's what we have going on so far, you guys. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but this is going to be like our little, you know, vintagey cloche. So I'm just going to stick a little bit of hot glue right there inside my hole, and then I'm going to glue these little guys down. Roberta, we're making a little, you know, homemade cloche using a book and wire. It's like a wire cloche or bird cage, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it is a very good gauge wire. It is very thick. Look at, I got this in there so far. Hi, Carrie. Okay. Thanks, Trish. How is the weather like where everybody's at today? Hi, Karen. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you, Geraldine. I know it is thick. I just don't know which one. It is 80 degrees here, you guys, and it's humid. Kevin was sitting in the living room as I have the air conditioner going, and he's like, it's cold in here. And I'm like, no, it's not. Thank you, Karen. I saw that you did some sprinkles for me. I appreciate it, girl. Hi, Peggy. Thank you, friend. Going to snow. It's going to snow there, and it's 80 degrees here. My gosh. I am sorry. Pouring for days, Dana. Oh, man. And you're in Alabama, right? Pouring in, I think you're Alabama. I don't know. You're in Auburn. Cindy, I am in Guyton. We're about 30 minutes from Savannah. I'm out in the country. 40 and foggy. Oh my. It rained last night in Rivers. Wait, Tracy, what are you doing in Riverside? Whoop. Tracy does not live in Riverside. Tracy lives in Vegas. Ravens, if you're watching the football game, it's fourth day of rain. Yeah, Stephanie, you guys have had some bad weather in Tennessee, girl. Okay, one more and this will be all glued in, I think. We are in Savannah. I am in Savannah. I'm about 30 minutes of, I'm sorry, I'm in Georgia, about 30 minutes from Savannah. My gosh. Okay, you guys, I have another piece here. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12, about 13 inches. Okay, and we're going to use this, and I may not even need the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of bring it here in the middle. Oops, and I missed one. I'm just going to try to get all of those little loops. Okay, we're going to twist it. And this is kind of where it gets a little tricky. Gonna have to just play with it to get it where it sits good. And we're gonna make our little top. And I'm just kind of trying to play with it. And as you can see, I have a little wonky little heart right there on the top. Hi, Kathy. No, Casey, this is a DIY birdhouse, cloche, whatever you want to call it, but isn't that just so cute? I know it doesn't show up well, but I just think it's going to be so darn cute sitting on my table. It's so hard to, you know, really see. Hi, Linda. Okay, what am I doing on time? So, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want up here, but I just thought having a cute little heart for the top would be darling. I can just get this to be tight enough. Hi, Susan. Okay. I might have to get my needle nose wires. Candy, the base is a book. It's a Dollar Tree book that I just painted. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, now the heart. Even though I've made a heart, it's not my heart for our event, you guys. And let me wipe my hands really quick because as you can see, this wire makes your hands really black. Okay, you never thought of making one out of wire. Well, now you have, Stephanie. Now you have, girl. Okay. All right. So I have another piece that I'm going to use. Thank you, Kathy. I have another piece that I'm going to use for our heart. And a lot of you guys don't know that I haven't been around. I haven't been part of the Chuffed Berry for a while, and there's a lot of reasons why. And there's, you know, I'm not going to air them here on Facebook, but I just want to thank Stephanie and Sarah for reaching out and trying to rekindle our friendships that were once there and were lost. And so in speaking with Stephanie and Sarah again, Sarah was so kind to send me a box full of goodies from her wonderful Glowforge. And this is the heart one of the hearts that she sent me, and this is what we're going to use as kind of the centerpiece of our heart. Okay. Now, Stephanie, I think you did something not that long ago that had a hymnal page in it, and had made a comment that I was so sad that I didn't have any hymnals. And I had two wonderful people. Absolutely, Dana, you can. two wonderful people that reached out to me and wanted to send me some hymnals. And Joy Smith sent me some beautiful hymnals, and I just love it. This one has some really, really, really dark pages in it, like some really old, very worn pages. Just some gorgeous books. And then I also had Delma Bingham sent me a giant one also, and look at that. So I wasn't going to open them because I wanted to do a live to kind of thank them for sending me Happy Mail, but when I was working on this, a hymnal piece just spoke out to me. And I thumbed through the book and I found one that says The Broken Heart. And I don't know if any of you guys know this hymnal, but I don't know the tune and I don't know how it goes, but the hymnal is about Jesus dying on the cross. Jesus bled and died. This is where he paid, our debt for his blood. And I thought that this was perfect, that not only could this be out for Valentine's Day, but this is something that can be out all spring and carry us through Easter with this beautiful hymnal attached to this heart. Now, I should have thought ahead of time about figuring out where I wanted to put this and how I was going to put this on this heart. So give me a second to try to figure out what I'm going to do and how I want to get these words on here. But I just thought that this was a beautiful thing that we can use all year. I think I'm just going to go this way. And I really want to try to figure out how I can get that title on here. And maybe the title is what I need to cut out and put on the edges of my book. Or that's the title of, that's what I need to put. We will stamp the title of this hymnal on the edge of this book. So I think that's what we'll do. Since I cannot get the hymnal title on here, I think I'm going to stamp, and we may not have enough time, but we're going to stamp the words, the broken heart, on the binding of the hymnal. So thank you, Joy, and thank you, Delma, so much for sending me a hymnal. I cannot believe all of the wonderful pages that you guys sent me and how many amazing things that I'm going to be able to make with these hymnals. Okay, so let's set this off to the side for a second. I got 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did drill a hole in my heart. I don't know if you guys caught that. This hole was not there. I did put that hole there because we're going to do something with this. We are going to hang this in our little cloche or cage, whatever you want to call it. I'm just putting some Mod Podge on here, and then we will attach it. Okay. And I'm just going to use my little heat tool really quick to heat this up, and then we'll set it with the Easy Press. Right. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. I know, Caroline, I know. Friends that share are so awesome. Thank you, Sheila. There's been some, I'm not going to bring it. I'm not going to. Hi, Tanya. How are you, friend? Okay. Let me get my easy press. We're just gonna set this on here really quick. Got 15 minutes. I know, Lisa. I have searched high and low for them. Thank you, Casey. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. $1/4 a piece. Hi, Melissa. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while either, girl. You guys, I was watching Crafters, everybody this morning as I was getting ready, and it took me like an hour and a half to get ready, which it never takes me that long. Just because, you know, I'm watching and trying to get ready and all the good stuff. I had Miss Tracy going while I was in the shower, and I just saw what she had at the very end. I was looking at it and I was about to get out of the shower, and I wasn't paying attention because I was so excited with what she had that I opened the shower door and about got out with the shower running. Okay, there's our little heart. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this ink on the sides. Just loving this. Okay, also found some from 1908. Wow, Stephanie. Amazing finds. Okay, there's our little heart, you guys. I'm just going to put a little bit of twine. If I can find the end. I'm so jealous of you guys that find such amazing things. Like Kathy. Kathy always finds the most amazing things. I sit over here drooling, and I am always so jealous. Kevin and I need to make a trip down to towards Atlanta. I've heard towards Atlanta and also towards Florida that there's some good like outdoor, you know, fine place, like kind of like Canton type places that we can go, but we just haven't had we haven't made the trip yet. Okay. So this is what I was thinking. Not 100% sure how I'm going to do it. I should probably go in. I probably will go back because I should have probably put a hymnal on the back side. So I'm not going to attach this completely, you guys, because now that I'm looking at this in here, I should have done both sides of my heart. So we're just going to kind of prop it like that for now, okay? But this is what we have going on so far. I'm just going to hang our little heart right there. Scott Antiques, okay. Oh, we do. So, thank you, Sarah. But you guys, I was thinking what would look so stinking cute in this. Last year, Target had those little bunnies that were the little green bunnies. Like they looked like they were covered with moss. That would look so darling in here. And because the wire is movable, you can easily go in and put something else in here, which is why I was also saying that, whoops, that I wasn't sure about the color choice I made, because this is definitely something that can be used year round. And we're just going to have to kind of prop this in here somehow. Okay. Hopefully that's going to stay. All right, so let's make a quick little bow. and put some greener in there. Now let's look at it. It's not hanging the way it was before. Oh gosh. I do have some needle nose pliers here that I'm gonna definitely they're hard to find. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. A lot of vintage sales this weekend for you, Dana. Where's my... All right, we're just gonna kind of cheat and put that little guy right there for now, you guys. Okay, let's make a quick bow and then finish this little guy off. We'll use the Bodabra, and I have a couple different color swatches of fabric. Okay. I just have some neutrals and a little bit of pink just to kind of blend all those pinks together. Hi, Marie. How are you? Yes, thank you, Tracy. Tight and a bow. That'll work. You're probably right. I will do that. Okay. All right, so if you guys are not already part of the Chuffed Berry Circle, make sure, for my regular ladies, make sure you guys go join the Chuffed Berry Circle so that way you guys can just hit the refresh and catch all of the creators in one convenient spot. Okay, there's 43 creators between yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're going to be going until the last presenter goes today at 8:30. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. I think that is Dina, Designs by Dina. And she is the sweetest little thing, and you guys will enjoy her if you guys don't already know her and follow her. So make sure you go and join. Up next after me is Totally Together Creating with Brenda. And I'm sure she has something amazing for us. Cannot wait to see what she has. Peggy, you're always the one that gives me a hard time with my small bows. Yes, I have intentions of it being a small bow, but you know how that goes. Most likely not. I always say it's going to be a small bow, you guys, and my bows always end up being really big. We're just going to use 3 colors. And this is going to be it. Oh, Peggy, or Peg, sorry. I love you, girl. Okay, how much time we got? I got 8 minutes. Okay. Let me trim this. Trim this. And there is our sweet little bow. I'm going to put a little bit of, for those that don't know, those that are new to me, I do not have any Sweet Annie this year, but I definitely have this flower, a dried flower that I found at Hobby Lobby that is very similar to Sweet Annie. It just doesn't have the smell, and the coloring, the hue of it is just a little bit different. Kind of has a little bit of a blue hue. All right, so there's our sweet little bow. Thank you, Judy. And we'll just put a little bit of this stuff inside there. Oh my, time's going fast. Got 6 minutes, my word. How does it go so fast, you guys? I'm just going to put a little bit of these inside our bow. We'll attach our bow. Again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the hymnal on the other side of our heart. And I'm probably going to go ahead and stamp the name of that hymnal on the binding of our book. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you guys will give my page a follow if you're not. Correct, Stephanie. There was never a problem with Stephanie and Sarah. Stephanie and Sarah kind of got lumped into the problem. I did not mean it to sound that way 100%. I am sorry if it came off that way. They got lumped into a problem that was something else, and it is what it is. And I'm sorry if it came off that way. Golly Moses. Good grief. All right, I'm trying to hurry you guys, and this came out too big. 5 minutes. Okay. One more, and hopefully we're gonna make that. I hope that you guys had a great time watching. Thank you, Judy. I hope that you guys had a great time watching all of the crafters so far. There has been so many talented people and so many amazing projects. And hopefully you guys have found some new people to follow and gain ideas from. And just remember that, you know, just because somebody does something that is not necessarily your style, you can change it up to be any way you want. Okay. Let's just attach this here. We got 3 minutes. We can do this. Now, look at how sweet that is, you guys. Again, I will probably, I don't know if I like it this direction or with the binding, with the stamp of the word, the broken heart. You guys let me know. What do you guys think? We can always go this direction with this. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you learned that. Yes, thank you, Kathy. And you know what? I'm so happy that they reached out and that we are part of this event. I'm so happy that we were able to rekindle our friendships. And again, it had nothing to do with anything that they did. They did not do anything wrong. We'll just leave it at this. Feelings were hurt, and communication wasn't done, and that's just that. Do I sing? No. I do not sing. You will not want to hear me sing. You will plug your ears. You will plug your ears. Let's get this off of here, you guys. All right. Well, I hope that you guys, you know, enjoyed it, and that you might give this a try. I think that this would be, just like I said, so darn cute with one of those little green bunnies in there also. With the binding on the book in the front that has the name of the hymnal. Yeah, you like that, Ramona, on the binding? Yeah, I think I will. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that on there. Of course, we just didn't have enough time to do that. Thank you, Christy. Christy, she's been on for me. Thank you. I appreciate it, girl. Oh, no worries, girl. All right, you guys. Well, I want you guys to head over. If you're not following the Chuffed Berry page, then you need to head over to Totally Together Creating by Brenda. If you're on the Chuffed Berry page, then you need to refresh so that you can go and catch Miss Brenda. You guys have a great afternoon, and I will catch you in and out on the rest of the lives throughout the rest of the day. And we will see you all very soon. But I know Miss Brenda is up and ready to go. So you guys have a great day, and we will see you all later. Love you all.